Hello, tonight we're going to go through another Awen spread energy reading. But before we get started, I have a close couple of special introductions. I'm going to do the special guest art card that we have for tonight is Rumor Gatherer. You can see there's like a wood elf here that kind of separates the truth from the lies amongst the weeds of rumors. And here we have runes. So we have a reverse self, protection, and a reverse gateway. Very interesting for a past, present, and future kind of feel. That's maybe vibes of deep inner consciousness, the inner sight, maybe, if you will, kind of with the two inverted runes between algaes, which is the elk or sedge grass in Norse mythology, resembling protection. All right, let's get started with the all-in reading. We have our first card is the past of ideas, and we have a ram, a strong place for past ideas, or maybe just strength and foundations of ideas that we have, maybe with the ram and in the past ideas. He is, standing tall. He's standing on business, and you can see that there's maybe a little bit of withering, a little bit of kind of uncertainty in the foreground as well as the background, but he's not shaken or not intimidated or fearful by the heights or the challenges. And if you've seen videos of mountain goats, they're nicknamed the acronym go all terrain. They can climb vertical rock faces like with somewhat kind of impressive ease, where it's like a normal person. We couldn't do that. We couldn't scale those kind of heights. So good energy with the ram. And past ideas, we'll go to past emotions, and we are with the cat. The cat bringing the guardianship and protection, detachment, and sensuality. Detachment, not detachment from sensuality, but knowing detachment is good as much as sensuality is good. Having an equal blend of both, where nothing is too important. Nothing really makes a cat fearful. Interesting biological fact: felines do not fear death the same way that we humans are born into a innate fear of death. And felines don't have that sensation. They don't have that emotion. It's actually something they don't really preponder the way human beings do. All right. So with past emotions being the cat, I think that has foundations and depths from coming up from the ram too. So that's very, very good when you're going to those intuitive qualities. Like maybe I suggested here, we'll go to past manifestations. Past manifestations is a salmon. So this is really good energy still coming from the manifestations, because wisdom, inspiration, and rejuvenation. So where we have the kind of things of detachment values from the cat, from past emotions, those are developing into more profound qualities, of wisdom, or things that are rejuvenation qualities. So the cat being in the past emotions, going and in the past manifestations, evolving to the salmon is really good. That's really good for those uh, parts in the past. We'll go for present ideas. In the present idea space, we are with the cow. The cow is, excuse me, mom, also named Bo, nourishment and motherhood, and the goddess. So I think going back to the past, this is in the present state for ideas, but we have those foundations or the ideas that are on firmness, detachment, wisdom, things. It's good to know our roots. And with motherhood coming from the cow, that's really good in the present state of ideas because we can always lose our way. We can always get off track, you know, make mistakes, little accidents, and stumble or whatnot. But we come back to who we are or like how we were made or like how we were born, and the cow is good, you know, embodiment of that energy of like things might be hectic or stressful currently, but I still know who I am. I still know where I come from, and that's something that the cow in present ideas, let that remind you if it sticks with you, like if this makes sense for you, you know, that's something that no one can take away from you. Like that's something no one can take away your heritage and where you come from. Those are things that are part of your divine path and your divine destiny that nobody can really prioritize for you or nobody can really take that away from you. So that's a good point to remember there with the cow and present ideas. So that is something that I think has some good, profound, meaningful qualities. If you're feeling that, I hope it resonates. Some of this is hitting. We have present emotion. So, our present emotion, we are looking at Earth Dragon. Earth Dragon is rare, and I'm glad that we pulled him again for this present emotion state. He's Drag Taulam, power, potential, and riches. That is the current emotion. Now, sometimes there might be something that is of a chance or something where it's like a stakes of an outcome, you know, where there's a victor and a loser or something like that, where the Earth Dragon, he doesn't really have those ties of like competition. Like he is just wealth from being of the deep, like of being of the deeper world, basically. So the significance and the power and riches of the Earth Dragon are in the present emotional state. I think that's good from like recognizing where we're coming from with the cow and present ideas. The Earth Dragon here is kind of a reminder of wealth is also spiritual. It's more spiritual than it is monetary. And tapping into that or recognizing that for ourselves is critical or important because a wealth of riches is not the same thing as a wealth of spirit. So it can be kind of, you know, good to redefine that every once in a while where you can't usually say to yourself, okay, I'm going to have lots of money and then I'm going to be happy. It doesn't work that way because those are going to go to other interests or other things that you didn't even want to have to spend that money on. So the power and riches that come from Earth Dragon are from innate knowing of emotionally what wealth is too, and spiritually, not just in a material gain excess. That's kind of what we're taught or led to hyper focus on or get kind of enwrapped and all enmeshed in. And it's not really about the gold, like the monetary wealth. It's more the spiritual essence of like the idea of like understanding wealth comes from inside, deep inside. All right, to the present manifestations, we're going to see the frog. Great embodiment of healing energy. The frog here is Losgan. Again, his Celtic name. Sensitivity, medicine, beauty, and hidden power. And I said medicine? Yeah. So the frog's medicine is healing, rejuvenation, energy. And much like the water energy from the salmon, the, the frog crosses up in both different planes of healing and knowing where the healing derives from. So that flow, the water, good water energy coming into our present manifestations with the frog, moving to future ideas. We are on the blackbird. The blackbird is Druid Dub, and he is the enchantment, the gateway, the inner calling. The future ideas are this blackbird are the ideas of, I think I mentioned in another reading where it's like where you're feeling stuck, the the blackbird is kind of that keynote reminder that you don't already really have to be moving to get started, or like you kind of just have to have the idea, or like the good, the good momentum, like in thought or like in conscious, and you can get started on what it is you need to do. Like if you're facing a barrier, like feeling stuck somewhere, you can still pull yourself out of that energy, like if it's not demanding all of your time and like all of your attention. The blackbird really reminds us, like I said, with it being part of the gateway, it is, when we're stuck or feeling stuck, we already know how to like get unstuck. But maybe you've gotten formed different patterns or habits that make you feel stuck. And the blackbird reminds us that's not true. We're not permanently stuck or fixed in one position. We have multiple talents, different abilities or capabilities that we can do, different ways that we can move forward. We could, you know, open a door through traveling, or we could open a door through walking. We could choose to make a new movement, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like one mode or the over the other. It's just that option exists for us. The present, I'm sorry, yeah, the present emotions that we're going to here, and this is great. An eagle. We have an eagle in our present emotion state, and that brings more good energy to the table here. It is intelligence, renewal, and courage. The eagle brings those kind of qualities of courage and renewal just by its ability to soar to exceedingly great heights. The eagle has always been, you know, kind of a inspirational symbol in culture. That you can achieve your dreams. You can soar to those heights of something that you want to do or something that you want to see happen for your life. The eagle reminds that courage isn't just it isn't just necessary or something that we're striving for. Like it's a courage that exists inside. There's it's something that if we believe strongly enough in, we have that to tap into ourselves. We have that courage energy and that renewal, way to kind of have that growth or that energy that we want to be striving towards. And future manifestations, our last card today, is the stag. Perfect. While we're seeing the stag in future manifestations, it is very, very good spot that he's going to be in there. It's I'm losing my space here. I'm sorry. He is a lot of pride, independence, and the purification process. I mentioned before in the depiction that like does seem like that the something is ending, something is closing, but at the same time there's a new day dawning, a new day beginning on the horizon that that pride and that independence is also part of this rune that I mentioned. Algies, this is the protection rune. So this comes back into full circle where that protection, that protection energy is in our future manifestations. So necessarily feeling a sense of security and safety, it will be like a clear path towards uh, safety and like good ways or like brighter futures. I think that's what the stag come into the future manifestations is a resemblant of that kind of energy where the the future endeavors, that courage that we want to see from the eagle, and maybe that doorway that we need to open. We're not sure which one yet with the raven. All that air energy coming back to the stag is perfect because that is the kind of the reassurance that we know things are going to be okay in the long run. Try to tell yourself that things will be all right. Things are generally all right. Things are going to be all right. So the stag is great for the future manifestations. I would like to thank newer subscribers. I noticed I got some more people. It's great. I'm glad that you're here. If you enjoy this, like or share the content. I really appreciate feedback or like comments. I've gotten a few things that I've had to flag in a couple of other videos, but like anything that you want to share or that you felt like was pertinent or helpful for you, like I'd really love to hear your feedback. But until next time, you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one.